Hello, hey.
Hello?
Hey Joyce, can you hear me?
Oh no, my computer's froze.
It's all good. I think we're live. Hey
Oh,
everyone,
hello.
welcome.
Hi.
Hopefully everyone can hear us. I see people chatting on the chats, so we should be live. Welcome to another Thursday, another Postman live stream. My name's ICYMI. I'm a developer advocate at Postman, and I'm joining not from London this time. I'm in the south of France, so
Ooh.
hopefully I won't have a heat stroke during the stream, but it may happen. So if I just fall, I don't know, call someone. And I'm here with Joyce. Who are you, Joyce?
Hello, everyone. I'm the head of developer relations at Postman, and I am based in San Francisco, where a lot of people in California are also experiencing heat wave, but I am not in that heat wave. And Arlemy, you introduced yourself as the developer advocate, but I have it on good authority that you just got a promotion. Congratulations, Arlemy, senior developer advocate. Oh.
Yeah, my little sister taught me this, so that's all I do. Thank you. Cool. Oh, we have people using custom emojis. Very nice, Neil. Hey everyone. So you might be joining from YouTube, Twitch, or LinkedIn. But we see all of your comments and we'll be replying to you as we go on the chat. But before we start, one thing we do every stream is, in case you missed it. So if you can go ahead and share my screen. Cool. So in case you missed it, we just go through what's new in Postman for the last week since last live stream. First thing first, it's Pride Month, and two of our colleagues, Mina and Hannah, that you've probably seen on the stream before, created a Pride workspace, which is a repository of different APIs related to Pride. I don't want to say anything wrong, so I'm not going to say exactly which APIs are there, but what I will do is give you a link to that workspace, and then you can go ahead and check it out yourself. So there's actually, it says here, 3 main collection, safe space assist, open space legislation, and LGBTQ plus opportunities. Let me find the link. Oh, I'll just send that link. And Joyce, if you could kindly put that in the chat.
Yep.
Yep. So that's the main thing. Check it out, play with the APIs, and if you have any APIs that you know that are Pride related that are not on the workspace, this actually teaches you also how to make a contribution, and we would love to get some. So go for it.
Yeah, we're really looking for people to contribute. If you have resources or kind of cool things that might, people can check out in the space, you'll submit a pull request, which if you've never done that before is a learning experience in Postman.
Yeah, and speaking of which, let me find the right article. Probably should have opened before. I'm not going to lie. But right here, we actually improved that. So since we've released public workspaces, it's more obvious, but it's been in Postman for a while, where you're able, if you work with a team, you can fork a collection, do some edits, then create a pull request. If you're familiar with Git, it's very similar. So you can create a pull request, merge changes, pull changes, etc. But we've actually improved that experience. Since we've made it public, we've seen that the adoption of that going through the roof. And it used to be 2 different tabs first, and it's now only a single one. So we used to have a description tab and then a changes tab, and you have to move from one to the other to see what was happening. So now you have it all in one. You can resolve everything in this one single place. So for example, if there's a conflict, you can say which one you want to keep, whether you want to keep the source or the destination tracked from that screen. And then just in general, better notifications of what's happening. If someone left a comment on a specific pull request, you get a notification for that. If you're tagged specifically, you get a link directly to that, etc. So yeah, I'll send that as well. If you like it, just put a quick click here as well,
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I'll post a link to this as well in the chat. I know we have some disparate platforms that we're streaming to. I'm going to take, do you have anything else to show on your screen, Arlemy?
Nope.
Okay, I'll make your face big then. I know Neil Stud here, who's in the chat, has submitted a pull request. The version control squad is actively working on that workflow. So if you have any feedback about it, if you're used to certain tools, being able to do certain things, they are actively working on it. Stuff is changing. Who?
I'm sending the link on LinkedIn so they can access it as well.
You're getting congratulations here in the chat for your big promotion, Arlemy.
Thank you. Appreciate.
Somebody said, good luck. You'll need it.
Good luck. Yeah, I mean, I made it this way, so now I guess I just gotta have to stick with it.
Yeah.
Cool. So what are we going to do today now? I think it's going to be a different live stream to what we've been used to here. So if you're a regular, and I've seen a few regular faces, we usually pick an API, play with it, try to build something out of it. This time we're not actually going to do that. We're going to build on top of Postman itself. We're going to use an API, but we're also going to apparently just fork someone else's project, and I'm going to talk about that a bit more when we get to it. But the idea is that Postman moved to the browser about probably 6 months ago. It was released in beta and it's now full GA. And what that opens you to a whole new world. You're in the browser, you have access to translation, for example. For example, if you're using Chrome, on any page you can do right-click translate, which means you can now use Postman in many languages. This is not an official translation, but it may help some people. And I see here people from Poland, for example. So if you want to use Postman in Polish, then you could do that.
I've never used that translate extension.
Yeah, when you share your screen, we can try it. And then the other thing it opens to is extensions, so browser extensions. And I'll have, actually, can you share my screen? And I'll just talk about what we're.
Are we building an extension today?
We'll somehow build it, somehow steal it as well. So,
okay.
You know what they say, don't reinvent the wheel. I found that project a while ago from Charlie Girard, which I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, who's a senior front-end developer, I think, at Netlify. What it does, so if you're not familiar with Netlify, kind of a, what would you call them, cloud platform?
Yeah, they do static site hosting. Now they have cloud functions.
Yeah, and what she did, she created that Chrome extension that basically you can then go on their website, clap your hands, it recognizes that's a clap, and it changes the theme from dark theme to light theme. And I was thinking, first I just wanted to adapt it to Postman, and it was fine enough. But then I was wondering if we could do more with it, and I think that's what Joyce is going to try to build today. Because I thought, let's just have Joyce build it. And what we're going to try to achieve is building on the same extension. No need to recreate all the code. We're going to fork it and change some stuff. We're going to train a different model which will recognize words instead of claps. And ideally, we want to have different words. So if you're familiar with Postman, let me actually go and show you some things. I think we'll start with basic stuff, and then we'll see how far we can go. But yep.
Well, I remember this now. I think I saw Charlie on TikTok or Twitter or something demoing this for I don't even know what, but I was like, Arlemy, let's do this. Make it happen. Is this something that people can follow along at home, or is it a little bit more like code forward or what?
They can definitely follow along. I'm going to send all the links that I share with you. I'll send them on the chat as well. All you need to have is VS Code, ideally Node.js installed on your PC. And then all the rest is just done on the browser, so you really don't have to do anything. So I think what we're going to try to do, we'll do the same thing, change the theme. So in Postman, if you wanted to change the theme, you would have to go here, then switch it. So ideally, we can do that with the voice at the end of the stream. And then create a new request, which is something you do often. So instead of going here, just say request, and maybe send request as well. Does that sound?
Yeah. Arlemy, you're probably too young to know what the clapper is, but back in like the 80s or 90s, do you know what the clapper is?
I know what the clapper is.
It's like clap on, and then you make the noise, or clap off, and then the light turns on and off. But you're saying the light bulb is now going to be a website. It has to be in Chrome browser, but it's just going to be listening for our voice commands, right?
Yeah, we're not. So we could try the clap as well, because I think Shai's already trained a model that recognizes the claps. But then I'll have you create your own model, and that's going to be that should be interesting as well. Okay, are you ready?
I think so. And you said I need VS Code, but I can use any IDE?
Yeah, any IDE would do. I just said VS Code because
is VS Code synonymous with IDE now? Has it become like the name for IDE?
No, I still see a lot of people using Atom, yeah, or even Sublime Text. Yeah. I guess it depends which language you do. If you're doing Java, you probably are not using VS Code at all.
I started on IntelliJ.
Yeah, IntelliJ, Eclipse.
Yeah.
It's going to be based on the language you use mostly.
Okay.
Cool.
So follow along at home.
Right.
You should be able to keep up because I'm going to go real slow.
I'll send you the link to the repo, and we'll start from there and kind of look at the code, see what's happening.
Okay. Should I share my screen?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to bring my screen on. Should I take the chat off? It's very small.
Probably, yeah, because otherwise it's going to be very small.
Arlemy will be keeping an eye on the chat, so feel free to add your color commentary, and I will load up the repo from Charlie. Okay, dark mode clap extension. This is the Netlify developer that created this. One thing I should point out, this is not an official Postman supported feature. I do think somebody, I did see somebody's like, oh, cool, your Postman has this new voice capacity. We're leveraging how the web works to build something that maybe we'll build into our regular workflow. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So let's clone that, and we start from there.
Okay. So,
your screen is a bit blurry.
Oh no. Is it better?
No, I think it does it might just be on my side though. So let's see what people say.
Yeah,
no, I think it's fine. It's just my screen. Okay. It's fine.
So do I need a terminal?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can just go in whichever folder you usually work.
Okay. So I'm in my repos and just git clone.
Yep.
Uh-oh. I told you I was going to have all these.
That's fine.
I don't usually do Windows. Or I don't use my terminal on... I don't use VS Code on Windows much either. Sorry, I forgot what it was called. So I'm going to change into the dark mode clap extension project.
Yeah. And then you can open it in VS Code. Hey Mina, hey Nazar, hey Mohammed.
Oh, hello,
Plenty
hello.
of people joining.
Okay, it's not blurry. Good. It's just you, Arlemy. The south of France has bad
Yeah.
internet.
No, it was because of my screen resolution. That's my bad. Okay. So, VS Code, yay. Let's kind of have a look at what this looks like. So, I had no clue how to build a Chrome extension before that. Before I looked at that project, I still don't have much of a clue. I didn't really
This
look
thing, right? The
that
manifest?
deep into it. So yeah, let's click on the manifest and see what it does.
You don't want to
or we
read
can
the
just read through
documentation or anything?
the documentation?
Well, let's just
No, we can
read
look at
it.
it. So it tells you how to run it specifically for Netlify. But basically what it says is you have this file, so the package.json, manifest, and content.js. That's where you write your code, and then you have to build the project, which generates the extension in the dist folder. So you can see it on the left there. And then that's the folder where your extension is. And then you can go in Chrome and import that as the extension.
Oh, I built an extension like 4 years ago. I do not remember how to do this. So if people are extension experts, please chime in and help us. Oh, we have people from all over. Look at this. Hello from Brazil.
So we have a question, Mina asking, how are we using Netlify? We are not. This is a project built by someone from Netlify. So we just take inspiration from it and we rebuild it for Postman.
Yeah.
So for example, here in this manifest, you can see that's what describes the extension. And one of the things it does describe at the bottom there is on which website it should run. Actually, can you share the link in the chat, please?
Yes.
If you haven't already, of the repository.
Yep. If you're following along at home, clone this because that's literally all we've done. We're looking at the manifest JSON, which describes how we're going to build the extension, which then lives in the dist directory.
So we don't want it to run on Netlify. We want it to run on Postman. And the way Postman's URL work, it's your workspace name .postman.co. So we can start replacing this match. So you can replace the app with a star. Yeah, I'll just like write it.
Sorry, what?
So if you just put a star there, it's going to run on any website.
Okay.
Yeah, so you want star.postman.co/star, because we also want it to run on any other like subsequent page, so any collection, any workspace, etc.
So you're using wildcard because this would be our team name or the shortener for Go, and then this is any other nested page on this URL.
Yep.
Okay.
We could change the name and description. I don't think that's. We could. We don't have to for now.
Oh, it's John's work alias. Hi, John's work alias. We're actually doing VS Code today. Building a clapper. No stock manipulation.
Quick Postman question. How can we send form data file from Postman and catch it in VS Code Python? It does if you go in the body tab of your request in Postman, you can actually select form data. And if you have your backend written the right way to catch that data, then that should be all you have to do. It should add a header automatically. So yeah, you have form data there. You just enter your data there. You can see that once that is selected, there's a header that's going to be added when you send your request to say, I'm sending you form data. Obviously, you want that to be a post and not a get. And that's about it. Hopefully, that should work to catch it on the other side.
Oh, good. We're getting all sorts of random questions unrelated to what we're working on.
Work on file upload for GraphQL API. Yes. yes, we will work on that. It's in the plans.
Okay, back to VS Code.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do some coding.
Okay.
So we're fine with the manifest. We've now defined it's going to run on that website. That's pretty much what we have to do. So these are the images that are going to be used as the icon for the app. For the extension, we'll leave them to default. It doesn't really matter at this point. So save that.
Okay.
And then let's move to content.js to see what's happening.
Okay. Content.js.
So content.js is basically your extension. Everything that's here is what happens. So a few things here. It's using an AI model, a speech model, an audio model, I would say, not a speech one, to recognize sounds. So for now, it's trained to recognize claps. We'll create our own, or Joyce will create one for us.
Are you saying that claps sound different? Like you can recognize a clap versus like a snap?
You couldn't, or you could?
Like, I don't know the word, but like audioly, like.
Yeah, it sounds very much different to a computer. And even for claps. So I know when I started using that, I was playing with the extension, and my claps were not always recognized because obviously it was being trained by Charlie, which probably doesn't have the same claps that I do. So yeah.
Oh, so it's custom claps because you might have a sound. So Mina's asking me to snap. She clearly knows I don't know how to snap. I never learned how to snap. And I hurt my finger the other day, so don't ask me to snap.
Well, people clap different ways, right? Some people clap like this, some people clap like this. And it's going to sound differently every time. So you need to, that's sort of the thing we'll see when we try to train that model. There's different ways to record. So what's happening here? There's a speech model here, which is what we're going to create. For now, this one is just the one that Charlie trained. And then it's one main function that just runs all the time in the background. And what it does, so whenever you're going to go onto Postman from then, it's going to use your mic, and it's going to record whatever happens. So it's going to send 1 second clips every time to that model. And if it recognizes something, it's going to be in the result. And you can see there's a big if there, which says if the prediction is clap, so clap is the class that it recognizes, then it's going to do a switch between the two themes. And that's pretty much all we need to change. We need to change the model, so we replace it with the one you're going to train. And then we need to change the conditions, because they're obviously not the same from one website to the other. Like, how do you change the CSS for a theme, for example?
Interesting. So you're saying that right now it's trained on Charlie's claps, but my claps will be different. Mina, Arlemi's saying like it's different because maybe the shape of our hands, size of our hands, maybe the strength with which we clap would sound different. So the computer will recognize that. And once we train the model, it's constantly listening. I'm literally just trying to repeat what you said so I can synthesize it. It'll listen for 1 second intervals, and then in the interval, if there's a clap contained in that interval, then this if-else case will just toggle between light and dark.
And yeah, we could have it recognize everyone's clap if everyone was training the same class. So we would send all of our claps to the same model, or to the same class in that model. Or we could have different classes with like my claps, Joyce's claps, Mina's claps, Charlie's claps, and then it would probably be able to recognize if you always clap the same way, which I doubt you do. But yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So does that make sense so far?
Somebody was asking for the GitHub repo, so this is the link that we posted earlier. Just scroll back in your chat if you're not on, I think, any other platform but Twitch, and find Charlie, I don't know how to pronounce that, Girard's dark mode clap extension. Yes. All right, cool. Onward.
So do we want to just run it like this and see what happens?
Yeah, so I haven't installed anything yet, and I see that we're using TensorFlow. So how about I install my what?
You don't need TensorFlow.
Oh,
it's trained using TensorFlow,
got it.
but
Okay.
we're not. Yeah. So that's going to come when you do the build.
Okay. Let's
What tool
go.
are you using for Recognizer? We're going to use Teachable Machine, which is a Google project, and we'll jump into that right after we've tried this first run. So let's do, if you look at the README, it tells you what's the next step.
Oh, documentation? Okay.
So yarn install, yarn build.
Yes. Okay, so let me go to my terminal. How come it doesn't glue to the bottom? Why isn't it a separate thing? Is it because I opened it weird?
Now you can, so if, what do you try to do?
I just want it to be in the same window. Is there a way to move it over to
Yeah,
this
if
window?
isn't it already there at the bottom, your terminal?
It is. I was hoping it would be in the same window. I have two VS Code windows open right now.
Yeah, close the one that is in the foreground, yeah.
Okay, I'll just open it here.
And do view, terminal.
Yay! Okay, and I'm already in that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So should I yarn?
Yep.
I don't. Do I even
Hopefully you have
yarn?
it.
I know. I don't know if I have it on this. Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
You know, I know yarn doesn't get a lot of love, but I do hear there are some like performance, like it's like a little bit, you know, more optimized for local
I don't
development.
think.
But
Yeah.
do you have an
I
opinion?
think if you're comparing it to NPM, I don't think either are getting much love. NPM is just more known, to be honest.
Couple warnings.
Yeah, that's fine.
Build it.
Build it.
And this is how we generate. This will probably usurp our existing dist.
Yep, and this should fail. Now that I think about it. Let's see.
Does anyone ever pay attention to these warnings? If it works, I pretty much don't read it.
I'm pretty sure a lot of QA team look at these warnings.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Oh, it actually worked.
Built.
Very nice.
Done.
Cool. So now you have your dist folder. So we can move on to Chrome to load the extension.
Okay, so I want to go here and make sure developer mode is toggled on. I'm not going to reveal any secrets, am I?
Are you using any secret extensions?
I don't know. Not on this machine.
I guess we'll see.
Surely not.
Okay, so you have developer mode on. You can see at the top right. So that's fine. And now you can do load unpacked on the top left.
Load unpacked.
You might, yeah, based on which folder you're going to browse. I don't know if you want to share your screen or do it on another screen.
What folder do I want to browse?
Now you just want to go to your dark mode extension club thing.
To the repo?
Yeah.
So you're saying take this off screen?
Yeah.
I actually, oh no, this is the worst. I can't even remember how to navigate there from this thing. It's users,
Where did
right?
you? I don't know where you saved it. Is Brave a valid browser for this activity? So we're building a Chrome-specific extension at the moment, so it wouldn't work with Brave. Though I do think you're able to build extensions for Brave, so eventually you would be able to like reuse the code or rebuild an extension just for Brave, but not for what we're doing today. You would need Chrome. Are you finding it?
I found my repo. I'm sorry. I forgot what I'm supposed to be doing. I found my repo.
So go in the dist folder.
Okay. So similar.
And then just select folder.
Let me just pull this up here. So I'm pretty much just finding this on my local machine and opening dist, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Now I have images.
Yeah, just load that folder. It should say select folder, like the dist one.
I don't know what you mean by load the folder.
You can go back on this screen.
I just lost it. I'm so sorry. Oh. This really is not helpful. Okay, so I'm here in the same place that we just saw, that we installed our project directory.
go in dist, yeah. And now, so you're just browsing your file explorer here. You're not loading the extension.
Okay.
Right? So when on the load extension thing, there's a select folder at the bottom right. So that's what you need to click when you're there. That makes sense?
No.
Okay, click load unpacked again.
Okay, load unpacked.
Yeah. Navigate to the dist folder.
Oh my God. In that load unpacked. Okay.
Yeah. You can drag back to this screen once you're there.
Okay.
Yeah. So go there, dist.
Select folder.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Cool.
loaded.
You have it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's
so now,
a nice logo.
First step done. Go to a Postman page just to see what happens.
Oh, John's work alias, thank you so much for the support. Okay, sorry, what?
Go to a Postman workspace somewhere.
I'm in a team workspace here.
Yeah, so refresh this one. So it loads the application. Okay. Yeah. It should ask whether it's allowed to use your mic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Allow?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, look,
so now
this is the 1 second intervals. It's listening.
It's basically now just listening, and if you're clapping, nothing should happen, basically.
Okay, nothing's happening. Good, yes!
Yeah, go back to the extension tab. I just want to see if we get some errors now. Okay, so nothing happened because we didn't tailor it to like Postman's way to do things, right? Like Postman themes, etc. Cool. So let's go back to VS Code.
Okay.
And then go to the content.js. And let me just do. So now what we want to do is change the coding this prediction when it recognizes clap. So it actually changes the theme on Postman side rather than Netlify. Does that make sense?
So you're going to update this so that it is basically selecting HTML elements from Postman's website versus Netlify's website?
Yeah. Someone's not happy. Oh, yes,
all right. So
yeah.
should I inspect the Postman website then?
Yeah, we can see how that works in Postman.
Oh wait, you just taught me a new hotkey. It's F12, right?
Yeah. You have a delivery.
Oh, I'm getting 5 deliveries today. Get ready to hear Lucy. Oh, good, good. Blocked by client. Mm-hmm.
So look at the elements. That's what we want to look at.
Okay.
And then, so you can probably see it already, yeah?
Can you see that? It's very small. So here's a class.
Yep. Which is dark, strangely enough.
Strange.
Oh, actually.
Wait.
So it did
work.
Did we
change it? It applied it, but Postman doesn't recognize class.
Yeah, it did apply it. Yeah. So it did recognize your claps. And I guess if you clap again, it should change to TW light.
Will it be real time?
Yeah.
Wait, it reapplied it, but it's still dark. Oh, because I did it too fast. Because it's 1 second intervals.
No. So if you look at the code, there's a condition which checks your local storage, but it didn't change the local storage because it's not the same one. And that's what it's checking basically. Actually, it's checking. What is it checking? Okay.
Oh wait, we got Will saying maybe my uBlock is deleting or blocking it. Could that be?
No, that's he's talking about the other things that have been blocked by the client.
Oh, got it.
That you were seeing in the console, which probably. So it does work.
But what?
So now it's removed it.
Wait, damn it.
Now it's adding it. No, that's fine. It's adding, removing, adding, removing.
Okay, so I'm gonna click it, or sorry, wait.
Yeah, so that's the story of like AI models, right? It's based on how much training you give them. It's doing different things, and this one is just recognizing some background noise as clapping.
Oh, the
Therefore, it's
dog
like
barks?
some, yeah, maybe, I don't know, but yeah.
Okay, for the rest of this stream, this is what I'm gonna do. That's pretty cool, though.
No, yeah, I forgot actually it was going to change, but let's now make that code for Postman. So refresh that page
Okay.
and try not to clap so we actually see what's the default.
Okay. Not
Like,
clapping. Not clapping.
okay. Okay. Use Node.js because it is a Postman requirement. We use Node.js because I think that's how you build Chrome extensions. It's not a specific Postman requirement. It's a Chrome extension requirement. Okay. So you can see here, there's a style tag ID theme. That's where we at Postman actually hide our code. And if you go in your settings, Postman settings, and switch the theme, we should see some things change here. Yep, click on it. So it changed the content of it. It changes the primary color, primary shade, etc.
Oh, yeah.
If you look
You can see 'em.
closely,
Yeah.
yeah.
So this is,
So
if you
that's,
can commit
yeah.
this to memory, then you can replicate Postman's light theme or dark theme.
Yeah, you probably don't want to do that. Okay, let me.
Wait, so if I clap now, nothing will happen. It's just on the element,
I mean,
and it's not reading. It's not
yeah,
interpreting it.
it's gonna change the element, but that's about it. You can try now that we've seen like what we need to change.
Okay, so previously, well, it doesn't matter. It should be up here. On the body, right?
Yep.
Oh, there it is. Woof! Nope.
No.
Woofs don't work. Okay.
So I think the funny thing is that you are actually that's what I meant. You clap differently because you leave a lot of space between your claps. So therefore it recognizes that 2 times. But if you kept little space between your 2 claps, then it should
Toggle
work
on and
to
off.
only, yeah.
Oh,
Just
I'm only
toggle
leaving
on
space because
or
I
off.
thought it was listening in 1 second increments. So it'll.
Yeah, so you need to clap twice in 1 second
To make it
to do
stay
the
the
actual.
same.
No, to do the actual clap, like double clap thing.
It'll toggle it back, no?
No,
Let me do 3.
I guess.
This
I
is
guess
awful.
we'll just do with 1.
Okay. Just with 1.
Okay, that's fine. Let me send you, for the sake of time, right?
Because I'm moving
I'll
really
send
slowly,
you.
yes.
No. So it's just for this one. The body is a bit weird because the way we do it in Postman. So we changed the style ID, but also we want to keep it in the local storage. And it's not just, so you see the way Netlify do it, they change a class, and that class, based on that class, the whole thing is going to change, but we actually update the whole CSS when we change. Yeah, they just have to change the class and they change the theme. Okay. Whereas what we do, we change the whole CSS file. So I'm going to do this.
Oh, hi, Lorna
Oh,
Jean.
no.
Yes, that's Lucy, and I have 5 deliveries scheduled, so she might set off this. If we train it and she's barking at the same time, she might actually.
We could really train it. Can she bark on demand?
She cannot bark on demand, and I think it wouldn't be ethical to instigate the barks. Okay, so should I post a link to this gist that you just sent over?
Yeah, and I'll send it on. So just to be clear, I'm doing that so we can move faster to the next step, which I think is much funnier, because you'll actually have to train a model.
Oh, we're going to use that new thing that you learned, the teaching something?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have this gist.
So you can copy the whole thing.
And then drop it into my content
Yeah,
JS?
basically replace the content of this result thing.
Of this whole thing?
Yeah. Yep.
Is it up to here?
I think so.
I can never tell. Even though they have these helpful lines, I can never tell where it goes.
Well, you can click on the first. If you put your pointer on the top one, yeah, it tells you which one is the last one. Yep.
So I'll just paste this.
Okay, so let's have a look at what it does. Right, I don't want to just like drop it there and we don't actually look at what it does.
Yeah.
So there's two constants for the two CSS of our two themes, like the two Postman themes, the light theme and the dark theme.
Okay.
Yep. Then there's another one which actually should be a const, but I've made it let, which is the query selector, or like the DOM selector of this .uproot, which is where we store thing, and that's about it. And then that's what we're going to edit, basically. So if you look now at the condition, we changed the attribute of the uproot to the right theme. We changed the content of the CSS by either the light theme or dark theme, and we then set the theme in the local storage, which is actually something that I need to send you as well. Forgot.
So why, you said this already, but I clearly can't listen. Why do we need to set it in local storage?
The only reason we do that is so when you refresh the page, it keeps whichever one was last used. Otherwise, it's not gonna, like whenever you're gonna refresh the page, it's gonna use whichever one was, it's gonna persist the main one.
Very interesting. And you found AppRoot by inspecting the Postman website?
Yeah. Okay. Yep. You should be able to find it if you inspect, yeah.
Okay, so
I think it's it's one of the main tag.
So it's this, if I hover over this main,
the
main div in our web page, it's class AppRoot. Here's where are you updating data theme to dark and light?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, inspection.
Yeah, we're going to do a lot of that in the second half. So let me send you another gist. Gist? Which one is it?
Gist. You don't trust me, but it's gist.
I do not.
Post this in.
Yeah, so this one just at the. Yeah, post it in Restream. I've just posted it in. And then just paste it at the before the function, the start recognition function in VS Code.
Here? Yeah.
It's just an util function that updates the local storage.
Oops.
Oh,
hold on. Yeah. Paste the actual code. That's a risky paste. Luckily, I only know how to paste the last thing on my clipboard. Okay, sorry. Put it here, and this is the gist that we just highlighted on screen.
Yeah. So what it does, it's getting a value as a parameter, which is light or dark, and updates the right value in the Postman local storage. That's about it. It was a bit tricky because it was not straight, like it was not one of the main value. It was in a JSON object, so you have to loop over it. But apart from that,
and that's what this function is this one here where we actually set it, correct?
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Cool.
Cool. So let's Save, rebuild, re-import, and see if it works.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to select that folder again. Okay, so I save it.
Yeah.
I know.
You should have saved it as your last destination, hopefully.
Okay, so I need to, did we yarn build?
Yeah, you need to yarn build.
Okay, building, building, building.
That was fast.
Okay, well that was way faster. Oh, because it had stuff already.
Yeah.
And then I forgot. And then go back to the Chrome extension
Yep.
here.
So
And then-
remove this one.
Okay. And then load unpacked.
Mm-hmm.
I am
that's
in
it.
disk. Do I need to go up?
No, you can just select now. Just don't select images. Yeah.
Okay. Remember last time there was stuff in here?
Yeah, but it's looking for folders, so it's only showing folders.
Interesting. Okay. Oof. Okay, so
Okay.
it's on. Do I need a refresh?
Let's go. Yep. I guess clap.
Wait,
you
where
can
should we be
see-
looking? In app
We want to look.
Here.
Yeah, we want to. Yeah, this one. Yeah.
Okay. Oops, that looks weird. Okay. Oh! God, this hurts my hands, and I hurt my
Okay.
finger, Arlemy.
Yeah, you clap pretty hard. Not gonna lie.
Well, I'm trying to it's like when you're trying to push a button and you push it real hard to get it to go. So if anyone's following along at home, I'm curious because this one actually, sometimes we say you can follow along, but it does go a little fast. This one, we actually have all the code for you and you should be able to spin it up. John's work, alias, did you get it to clap? Okay, but this is hurting my finger and you said that we're getting to a point where, do you see my finger? Can you see that? There's a big cut on. Oh, yeah, look. Oh, it's too small for everyone to see. Okay. Let's go.
Okay. So that's cool. It works. And we have the right, now we have the right selectors.
Why?
Oh, yeah, you need, don't clap so hard, just clap closer to your mic.
I'm right close to my mic. Oh,
Try the
wait, where's the
double
app
tap.
root?
Okay.
Double
Here.
clap?
Yeah. Okay, and now refresh the page just to see if it saves it in the local storage as well. Okay,
Yeah,
it does.
yeah.
Cool.
Yes, very nice.
Okay. Very nice. Now let's create our own model, because that's fine. We can clap along, but unless I guess what we could do is one clap does a thing, two claps does another thing, three claps does another thing. And then you could just comment Postman by doing and
Like a
little
flamenco
songs.
dancer?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but let's not do that. So let's go to Teachable Machine. If you just Google for it, you should find it.
Teachable Machine. I'll
Yeah.
drop a link to this
And you can,
in the...
Yeah.
Mina's like, dance! What? Wait, what is this site?
It's the site that we're going to use to create the model that you want to use.
Oh, look, did you see their image? It said you can teach it to recognize your pose, so you can do hand gestures.
Yeah, we could. I had no clue about that. I've never used it before. Old school, and I was training my own things. But this is so cool.
You could do this
And
to
you can actually do so much.
watch your exercise to make sure you have good form.
You could.
Probably.
It's not the point though. It's not.
Okay.
We're doing a Postman
I'm ready.
stream.
I'm ready. This is so cool.
So click on Get Started.
Okay, get started.
Yeah. So you want an audio project. And there's a few things you'll have to do. First, it always needs a negative class to know what to not recognize as what you're looking for.
Okay.
So this So I'll tell you what to do, and then I'll let you go on mute on the restream while you record this, and I'll explain what you're doing.
Okay.
Because that's otherwise it's going to be a bit long. So you
Okay.
need to have 20 seconds of that. Then you need to record 1 second clips of you saying, let's do one that is request. Actually, just do whatever. It can be request, it can be send, it can be collection if you want to switch to different tabs on the left.
Okay. What should
So
the
create these
negative
different classes.
scenario? What should the negative scenario audio be? Just a different word?
No, the negative scenario, it's just background noise, as it says there. So you click record, and you just leave it record for 20 minutes
Just
without
don't say
any
the
sound.
word that you will ultimately use for the positive case.
Just
Got it.
don't.
Okay.
Just don't say. Don't say anything.
Okay.
Just let it record your fun in the background.
Okay. Thanks.
So it knows that that's not a noise.
Okay.
Okay. Does that make sense?
On mute. Wait, if I put
Yeah. Put yourself on mute.
on mute on the restream. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, and you can share my screen if you want, and in the same time I'll show them
Should
what
I
you're gonna get at the end.
unshare my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So while Joyce is doing a recording, and hopefully it's not it's not going to bother her too much that I'm talking at the same time, but I'll show you one of the projects that I had created already, so you can see what it's going to look like eventually. So I have already one that I've created just for, I think, dark and light, but with voice. Yeah, you can see Joyce is only waiting for background noise. Don't put your earplug too close to your mic, or it's going to hear me. Okay, so that's the project that I had. You can see the different classes. So this one is just background noise, and it's literally just 20 seconds of nothing. Then I have me saying dark 12 times.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yep.
I just recorded the background noise. Now I click train model and.
No. So now you have a. Do you want to share your screen?
Oh, okay. So I recorded background noise.
Yeah. So you need to say extract sample. So it actually saves it to be trained. And now we want to create the different classes. So you see below you have class 2. Mm-hmm. So you can rename that to dark, for example.
And then do it here. Got it. Okay.
So click on the mic. And change in the settings. Change it to 1 second duration. Yep. And then just do say 10 times dark. That makes sense?
And how many classes should I do? Do one for request, do one for dark?
Do one for dark, do one for light, do one for request.
Okay, got it.
And
yeah.
Yeah, and one for send if you want.
Okay.
So yeah, what she's going to do now, she's going to create these different classes. And for example, here you can see I have me saying dark mode, here saying light mode, here saying request. When all of this is ready, it all trains it together. And you can see like advanced settings here. Epochs or epoch is like the number of times it's going to run through all your samples to train it better. The default is 50. I just put it higher, so it's usually better recognition. It doesn't really matter. And then there's some stats you can see here if it was trained. So I'll train this one just so you can see what's happening. Oh wait, she's still sharing her screen, so you're not seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, cool. So different classes here, and I've just started mic training. You can see here I was mentioning this number of times it goes through the samples to train the model. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long. It's going to take about like 45 seconds. And then I should have a model ready to play with. Okay, so now you can see it's actually listening to my mic, and it's recognizing in real time what I'm saying is close to. So if I start saying a request, you can see the request one went all the way to like 82%. And that's what you're getting as a result in the app, right? Like you get every 1 second, you get what they thought they recognized. And that's what we're going to use as a trigger to do different things. So if I say dark mode, you can see dark mode picked here. If I say light mode, it did not pick, which is fine. It's just this one is badly trained. That's why we're not going to use this one. And we're going to wait for Joyce to do hers, and then hopefully we can use hers. And that's about it. I would highly recommend playing with that. So as you're doing it at home, if you're following along, create these different classes. The ones we're going to do is the switch theme, open a new request, and send a request. If you have any other ideas, like for example, if you're in Postman and see any other thing that you tend to do regularly. So for example, I know one of the things that I do is switching from the collections and API tabs on the left. So if I go in a workspace, it's a bit slow.
Okay.
Are you done? So you could actually like do these ones as well if you want to switch from these tabs. So I could have like said collections, API, environment. Okay, you've trained everything?
No, I just recorded the things. Should I hit train model?
Let's look at your screen. Okay, do you want to make us listen to some of your samples?
How? Just clicking it?
Yeah, click the play.
Can you hear that?
Oh, we probably won't hear it. Okay, we believe you. It's good.
Okay.
So you've done dark light request. Did you do send?
Yeah.
Okay, but what was the last one? Yeah, I guess you do something like this. Okay. So yeah, go ahead, train your model.
Train model here.
You recall here. Yeah, train model. So it's going to take about a minute probably because you have one more class. I wonder what we're going to make the ICYMI thing do.
We can ask the chat what we want people to do. But I have a question. Was I supposed to have as many variations of me saying like send as possible to train the model better?
Oh, I mean, if you've done all the same, just remember how you said it and try to say it the same way.
Oh,
or did you go like completely? Did you go like
I did.
Send?
No, that's right. I did a magic wand tutorial once, and they said it doesn't matter how you do it, so long as you do it the same way that predictively. Yeah. Okay.
It's not Wingardium Leviosa. It's maybe you don't have that reference.
I don't know what you're saying. Is that Harry Potter
reference?
Oh, I don't really know.
Of course, it's Harry Potter.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is I have a model here.
Yeah, so before you export it, you can see how this recognizes live. So try to see some things from, like, for example, say dark.
Now?
Yes.
Is it listening though?
Yeah, it is completely. You can see it's recording.
Oh, this is literally me talking.
Yep.
Dark.
It works. Very good.
Light. It's so smart. Request. No. Request.
Yeah. Yeah.
Send. Arlami. It's so smart.
Okay, cool. Let's export that then.
Oh, hi, Shinkin. Okay, so exporting. Because last time...
Shinkin is laughing at you not getting the Harry Potter reference. It's fine, you know.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So we want just that to be... We'll get a link, so you can click Upload My Model.
On TensorFlow, right?
Yep.
Okay, so upload my model here.
Yep.
And generating a shareable link. Oh gosh,
Yeah.
Teachable
This
Machine
is all
is so
public.
neat.
This is very impressive what they've done.
What is Teachable Machine in relation to Google? Is it like a Google?
It's using their AI APIs to train your thing. It's just a UI on top of what you could do through an API. We could have used the Google API to send all these samples, like your audio samples, to it. This is just like a nice UI on top of it.
Okay, so we
Okay,
have a
cool.
shareable
So
link.
you have that link. Yep. So now you can get this, go back to VS Code.
Should I share my model with other people?
Yeah, you can share it, but ideally they'll have their own because it's their own voice. So I'm not like if I try to use it, it's not gonna recognize
You
the
won't
right
sound
way.
like my model. The same way we use Charlie's claps, and it
Yeah.
was weird compared to my claps. Okay. Okay, so back to VS Code.
Yep. So at the top of your content.js, there's actually a link to a model. So you can replace that with yours now.
Here?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, let me just comment that out just so we can toggle later. Wait a minute, was that just a link? Wait.
What do you mean?
Oh, did I put this in the wrong place?
No, that's fine. It's just that it's on 2 lines. It's still valid.
No. I just had weird formatting because I don't have a linter on my thing. I see. Oh man, what's duplicate? Control D? I don't know what I have set up. I'll just replace it. Okay, so that's
Cool.
my model. Save it.
Yeah. Yeah, save it. So now you know your model is recognizing different things. So if you scroll back down to the big if condition, now your predictions are not clap. Your predictions are dark, light, request, send, and ICYMI.
Okay. So this
So
should
up
be
to you
dark.
if you want. Yeah. Do you want to write a switch, or do you want to keep it like if else? It's up to you.
Yeah. Do we want switch case or if else for each one? Actually, each one doesn't have just ifs, right?
We can just do ifs. Yeah.
Okay.
That works.
I don't care.
So let's do. So let's do if prediction equals dark. Then you can just copy whatever is in the else and put it after. Because now we don't have. It's not like a. It's not checking what's the current one and switching. It's just based on what you say.
So
Does that make sense?
sorry, say that one more time.
So what we had with the clap, it was always the same trigger, but it would check which theme is currently used, and then place the other one. And now all we're going to do is just say which one we want. So we don't need this second if,
thing.
basically.
This whole. Let me just paste this here. Right?
Yeah, that's the one we want. Yeah.
Like here.
Yeah. I wouldn't have done that because now you've lost the light thing. I guess it's easy. You just replace dark with light. It's fine. Does it make sense? You're going to add a new condition.
Yes.
Which is an else if prediction is light.
Okay, let me just create the next one. If prediction is, and then how is this code? Is this the class name that I wrote in my model?
Yeah.
Okay, so is it like case sensitive or?
It is case sensitive. Yep.
Okay, I don't remember what I did. Do you remember?
You can see it on the, you should still have it open so you can just check. Yeah, so I think only for dark and light you use capital letter, and then for the other ones you had it.
Yes, that sounds about right. Okay, so this should stay capital. This should be lowercase, and then we will. Oh, so this is where we have to snoop inside Postman's website to find areas to trigger these things, right? Okay. Oh, yep. I could write this for any website.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so we have this one. We have request.
Mm-hmm.
And we have I forgot. Send? I mean, request? ICYMI. Okay.
And you're just missing the light one.
That's right. Okay, I'll do that here. capital L light.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay, so now you can get the, yep.
To make it
the
light.
first one. Mm-hmm.
And then this one should be make it dark.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. All right, that is good. So now we just need to find the code for these ones and what we want to do. One thing we can do, add a good old console log right before your condition, the first one, and just do console log prediction.
Here?
Yeah. Just so we can see in the console what's actually happening. Yep.
Okay.
Cool. All right, so let's do some DOM inspection.
I was going to say snooping, and you call it DOM inspection. So we want to find out how to send, how to create a new request, and how to RLME. Okay, sounds good. In the chat, if you want us to do something special, like a regular Postman thing, a regular Postman thing, like what is a common thing that you would want a voice command? And then we'll assign that to RLME. Prediction.
Let's start with the request, because I think that's a trivial one.
Okay, trivial, he says. Okay, so this is creating a new request, right? So how do you snoop down here to see what changes in the elements?
So you can right-click on the plus and do inspect.
On this?
Yeah. And it's going to lead you to the right place. So that's an SVG. You just want to go back up the DOM tree, basically. So hover it, and then it shows you actually on the UI what it is. So yeah, keep going up.
So this is the plus.
Yeah.
Plus.
Yep.
Button.
And this one you see, right? Yep. Too far. So that's the one we want.
Button.
Yeah. And you can see it has a requester tab create class. And that's what we're going to use to query it, basically.
Oh my God, I click this and somebody turned on my light at the same time and it gave me a start. Hi, John's work alias. Okay, so request, how do I don't, okay, requester tab create is what we want, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, back to VS Code.
So what you can do, select that, the requester tab create, and then go in the console tab. So copy it. Go in the console tab, and let's try to trigger it from here, just to see like which code we would use. Are you familiar with the click function?
Like on click?
So on click is a listener to whenever someone clicks on something. Click triggers a click, basically, just like a user click. So if you do...
do I need to put this in quotes?
Yeah, let's use the jQuery notation. I think you can use jQuery. So do the $, brackets, quotes, single quote, sorry. Oh, double quote, doesn't matter. Just add a dot because before the requester tab create, because it's a class.
That's right.
In the thing, yeah. Yep.
Today, folks, we're going to learn jQuery.
And then you can see, so now already you can see it, recognize it, and it finds it.
This is the div, and it's highlighted. Okay.
If you do dot click and parentheses as well.
Open,
brackets.
close.
Yeah.
Close.
Yep.
Enter.
And then enter.
So we're essentially manipulating the DOM using jQuery to click it.
Yep. So it created a new request.
Oh my God, I was so distracted by all the errors.
Yeah, no. Okay, so it did, yeah.
Let's just do it again. We had 3 tabs, and I'm doing the same command, and I'm going to click that button, and I opened a new tab. Okay, so that's what we want to do.
Yeah. Okay. So you can get that code.
Oopsie. Okay.
Go to VS Code. And put it for the request one. So the only one quick thing is that actually we won't have jQuery running. So you can paste it, and we're going to use not quite the same selector, but so instead of the dollar, write document dot query selector. Yep, and then bracket. That's just a basic JavaScript with no library selector. Yep. Cool. So we have the request one. Which one do we need to send?
So sorry. This is if the prediction is equal to request, me saying lowercase request class based on our trained model, then we will snag this DOM element, class requester tab create, and then initiate a click. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to? We can just try that already. The light, dark, and request if you want.
Do we have to load the extension again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Save, build, and reload.
Save. Build. So quick. I'll be so fast by the next time we do it. And then extensions, remove.
Yep. In the same time, run a test with test collection, please. It would be great to know I can run my data test from across the room while making tea and then also claim I'm working. Yeah, that's it. Okay. We can actually do that.
That's a great idea. That can be Arlemy. Make tea. Claim you're working. I love it. Okay, sorry. I just loaded it, I think.
Yeah,
refresh?
So refresh that. Yep. So we should get some things in the console which says what it's recognizing. So yeah, predicting background noise. Say dark.
Dark. Light. Wait, what did I just do? Request. Oh, you're a genius. Oh.
I mean, you made it.
Oh, so I just yelled Arlemy, and it thought I said dark because it's Arlemy. Maybe R.
Maybe, I don't know. It needs more training, definitely.
This is so cool. Okay, let's do the rest. We got to get to the tea, making tea, not doing work, Arlemy.
See, it's going to keep recognizing things, etc. I mean, you basically trained a whole model in 5 minutes. You can't expect it to be perfect.
John Swark-Alias calls that the pirate bias, the dark and the Arlemy. Okay. All right, let's do it.
Okay. So now we want the send button.
Okay, so you
do some inspection.
Wait, on elements. Find the area of it, you're saying, and then follow up the tree to where something might. Is it this thing? Request editor. Send button?
So this one is a bit of a tricky one because you'll want to get this area, but you only want to click the left side of it, right? You don't want to click the arrow.
So should
But that's the start of it. No, so it's fine. You can already select the request editor send button. So that's the first part of it. But then you know how you can select down the tree. So you want to select the parent class or parent element, and then you select the first child of that element. So the first button instead of the second one. So there's two buttons. One is send and one is the drop-down arrow. And you want to get only the first one. Does that make sense?
Okay, so is the parent the request editor send button, and then drop-down is the the first?
So you can skip. It's going to search in all the child elements. Mm-hmm. So you can go straight for button, basically. The div button right below.
This one?
This one.
Oh, I see it. Okay, it's actually pretty. Oop! I don't know what I did. I might have accidentally hit some. It's me talking. It's me talking. Okay, so how do I do the first button of the parent of this parent? I need this parent, right?
Yeah. So you need that parent, and then you can go straight into VS Code.
Okay, we're not going to try it out.
Oh yeah. No, we can try it. We can try it here.
Okay.
So do you can do document.querySelector directly. So then you only have to copy paste for the other one.
Query selector.
Yep.
This thing.
So yeah, make sure that you add the dot because that's a class.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. How do I find the children?
And then stay in the brackets and before the closing single quote, space. And then here you want to put the class of the child you're looking for. So we're looking for a div. So you can type div. That has a class, so dot btn for button.
btn.
Yeah.
So this is in this parent space, find a div with a class button.
And it's going to return the first one in this case. You have a query selector all, which would return an array, and then it would be able to select the right one, but we can just go with this one. So dot click.
Wait, I have nothing to send. Will it still try?
It will try and probably get an error, I'm guessing.
Okay, I don't have a... Should we do that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you have a better one?
No, that's fine. That works.
Okay. Request URL
You didn't
empty.
save.
I need to save it even though it's on my local? Oh, it's just a random orphan.
Yeah. Oh, well. It works anyway. It did trigger the send button.
Oh, it did it triggered. It just, okay, so this whole thing, right?
Yep.
Arlemy, you're a genius. You deserve a promotion. Okay, so this is that one. We think that works?
Yeah.
We don't need any semicolons. Okay, now we need Arlemy and Oh, wait, should we test? Well, let's just do this last one.
Yeah. So you said run a test with test collection. So would we want it to open the collection runner, or do we want it to run the collection runner?
I think it would be really easy if we had the collection runner open and it just hit the collection run button. It would be the same thing as send.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it triggers the run, basically.
But wouldn't it be cool to say run the name of the collection? It wouldn't know. No?
Well, no, it wouldn't know. No, you've not trained it. It would need a bit more code for that.
Arlemy. Okay.
So what do you want it to be? Do you want it to open the collection runner for a specific collection that you're on, or do you want it to run just a collection when you're already in that? Oh, you don't have collections on here. Do you have a workspace with a collection?
Yes.
So that's not going to work on a public workspace.
I'm in
because the base URL is postman.com.
Say it again.
The extension is not going to work on here because the base URL of a public workspace is postman.com. You could add it to the page if you want. That works too.
To the manifest?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying add this because right now it has star postman something something something.
Yeah.
Okay. So I go to the manifest. Can I just do an array?
Mm-hmm. You don't need to, just postman.com / wildcard. Yep.
Like that?
Yep.
Okay, build.
Well, we didn't do the thing yet.
Yeah.
We didn't actually do the select collection run.
We didn't sniff. Okay.
We didn't sniff it.
So wait, what are we doing?
Okay, so you would.
We're running it.
So you would
opening?
Let's do opening, because then I'm pretty sure we can have 2 triggers for send where it could run the collection if we want to.
Okay, so I'm going to use my new shortcut, F12.
Yep.
Today we're learning about shortcuts and jQuery.
Be on the collection already. Like click 10 Postman features.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can close the right side.
This?
So we want the run button there. That's what we're looking for.
This one?
No, because this one is just going to open it without selecting. Yeah, we want this one. can you remove the comment because it's in front of your console?
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to focus on the run. Here's my button with collection, editor, header, action. Is that it?
So you can open it if you want. Try to open it and see if there's anything that's easier to select.
Icon.
Nerx Mohaben asking if this is going to be recorded and shared. Yeah, it's on all our live streams are available on our YouTube channel. And I'm hoping someone from Postman that is on the chat can share the link to our Postman channel.
Clap on.
It
looks
okay,
like
so
this
that's
one.
Yeah, so that's going to be, you see, again, here we have like different elements that have the same class. So we need to do some tricky selector
tricky things.
Yeah. So let's select all the div that have a class collection editor header action.
Actually, is that the only? Okay. Div that has this class.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can do that in the console.
Query selector. This class div.
No, remove that div for now, because that would be a child. For now, we just want to see what that returns.
Okay. So
actually, that's
button.
fine. That's the right one. Oh, you can see
it's
on
the
the UI
one.
it actually selected the right one. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Easy then.
Just and then click potentially.
Try that.
Yes, you do click it. You want me to do it here?
Yeah, try it just to see.
Hold on. Let me make this lower a bit so you can see what's going on the page. So we're here on the collection. It's selected. And if I click run.
Cool.
It opens that collection in Runner. But then it doesn't do this.
Yeah, but so what I'm thinking is that for the send one, we can have it trigger this one as well. And just based on what's on the page, it's not going to find the other one, so it's not going to do anything. You see what I mean? So add a trigger for that button in the same send condition.
Okay. So find this one now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, add this one or add this one before you lose it.
Okay.
To the VS Code. Yeah.
So this is the ICYMI. I'm in Content.js, and under ICYMI, we will select the Run button to open up the collection runner, and now we will add one more commit. You can do that, like compound. Well, I suppose.
No, not here. I'm talking in the send condition. So basically, what you'll say ICYMI, and then send.
So in send.
Yeah. So here you want to check.
Sniff.
Yep.
This thing.
Sniff the button.
Sniff the button. Okay, so we have button primary start test. That looks pretty clear, but we can look in to see if there's more stuff.
I think that's perfect.
Thank you, Postman front-end engineers. Runner runs selector start test. Wait, but if we're putting it in send, you're saying, how do you just need to have if it happens to be on this page, check?
Yeah. Basically, you get an error in the console. One of them is going to say, oh, can't find this one. But it should still run the other one, I think.
So, like, do this whole thing again?
Yeah. You didn't try that one. I would just try it, just in case.
In the console?
Yeah. I copy-pasted it from here. From VS Code. You just wrote it, yeah.
Okay, I'm in the console. I have the collection runner open, and if I want to click that blue button.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
It works.
Well, you know what to do.
Build it, and then they will come. Yep. So I save this. I build yarn. This is the most fun I've had all week. Okay.
It's only Thursday evening.
This is, okay, I'm removing this. Selecting that dist. It's loaded.
Yep.
And I come back here, refresh, and now I've forgotten all my commands. I remember light and dark.
But it should ask for your mic first if the let's
If it
hope the
loaded.
manifest thing. I don't know if the manifest thing was done properly then. I think you might need to.
Wait, this whole thing. Oh, I didn't save it probably. Oh, hi, Johnswork alias.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I think you need to. Yeah.
What?
I think you need to copy the manifest over, because that's fine if you edit it here. That works as well.
I don't know what you're
That's
saying.
fine. Just yeah, go ahead. Postman.com.
It's postman.com.
/wildcard.
Okay, so save. I thought I did save it.
Right. Close that one. Did you override?
Okay, so I'm going to manifestation. It's here. There's no
Okay.
dot. I saved
Yeah.
it. I thought I did save it last time though.
Yeah, so open the other manifest. Yeah, and look at this one. Yeah, so you need to edit that one, because this one is the one that is built and copied over the other one. So that's the main one. That's the one, that's your source. And whenever you run yarn build, it's going to overwrite the other one. So that's the one you need to edit.
Okay.
This one doesn't, it doesn't matter. It's going to,
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It's going to be overwritten anyway.
It's the built one versus my code that is then rebuilding and it's overwriting. That's what you're saying. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so I saved this one. It doesn't matter that this one's done. This is the original one. Now I need to build again.
Yep.
Gosh, I love extensions. You could do so much. You know the like Nick Cage one?
No.
Nicolas Cage, where all images are replaced with like Nick Cage, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so go to extensions,
Not
remove,
that one. No.
load, select dist, go to Postman, refresh. Hopefully it will prompt me to let it listen. No prompt. Wah wah. We didn't even look up any documentation for how to update the manifest. It might, I mean, it seems legit.
Just you can do it. Just find a workspace or create a random collection in a workspace.
You know what I could do? I could just fork it over. Let me fork it.
True.
So let me fork. I'm going to say for stream over to
in your personal.
Stream staging, I think, is what we were in.
Yeah. Good idea.
Forking. Imagine that. So easy. Okay, so I'm here.
So now it's recording. You can
it's
try
recording. It's listening.
Try the dark.
Light.
Nice.
Request.
Try again.
Request. Let me type in something. Wait, that one doesn't know it, right? I'll just pretend
Just go
like I'm
Postman.
getting something.
Yeah.
Send. Wait, do I need to save it?
I don't think you do. Just say send.
Send. Invalid API key.
And now try to open your collection.
Okay. I forgot what it was. Oh, your name?
Yeah.
Arlamy. Arlamy.
I don't know how you pronounce. Open the console so we know what's getting recognized.
Good point. Oh my gosh. Arlamy. I probably said your name wrong. It's not recognizing your name now. Arlamy. Do I send? It knew when I whispered.
Twist to dark, because why not?
It knew that I whispered. Wow.
You can literally just like talk over what you do. Imagine teaching stuff. Like you teach Postman while talking over what you're doing instead of like doing it. And it just
I'm going to initiate a request now. Request. Representative. Representative. Oh. So, I am so tickled right now. Okay, we're coming to the end of our time. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen unless there's anything else. I'm gonna write a blog post. It's still listening to me. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna bring the chat back on. This is the coolest thing I've done like all month.
What did you do last month?
Did I tell you a dog peed on me? I got peed on by a dog yesterday, all over both legs and all over one shoe. Because it reminded me because I've been having like a bad week, but like you have a dog, your childhood dog. Anyways, story for another day. Go ahead, Arlemy. Go ahead.
Cool. Well done, Joyce. You made it through right on time. Yeah, so what did we do today? Well, if you go back 5 minutes during the stream, you'll see Joyce getting at her computer and Postman just moving around.
Dark.
So, yeah. Quick recap. We used an existing extension built by Charlie Gerard, I'm not quite sure, which was doing stuff for Netlify. We forked it, edited some code to adapt it to Postman, and just did some voice command to change the theme, create a new request, run a collection runner on Borok's suggestion. So open the collection runner and then send the collection runner, which was fun. And we'll share about 30% of the manual steps in testing automated to the sound of my voice. Yeah, we'll share. I'll fork that repo and edit it with the code for Postman, and probably write. I'm guessing you write a blog post, or I can write some tutorial for the Teachable Machine part. So then anyone can do it. And I guess, like, again, it's up to you. It's not official, but it's up to you to write whichever commands you use most. Like, not everyone uses the collection runner. Not, I guess everyone sends requests. Probably the one thing that all users do. But yeah, hopefully you can play around. We'll share that probably in the upcoming weeks. But now comes the end of the stream. But before we end, the community shoutouts. And actually, I don't think I have any, because I do want maybe shout out the Pride Workspace again. We have some community inputs on it, I think, so that would be a good one. I don't know if you can share the link again. We should have it handy.
Yeah, I have a link to it right here.
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and post it.
And then,
and I want to give a shout out or just let people know what's coming up. So next week we have an AMA, Ask Me Anything, with our CTO Ankit Sopti. Mina's going to be asking him all sorts of hard-hitting engineering Postman questions. So show up and ask him your stumpers. And Postman, we do have a class coming up. So this is a free-form stream, but we have Postman for developers coming up. It should be posted, but on July 6th is our next Postman for developers. It's going to be a structured session where you can follow along. And
not all our sessions are like this.
My Postman is listening to me, so it's very distracting. Like it keeps like flickering back and forth.
John, you can keep that question for next week. I'm sure he's going to have some input on that.
Do you think he's an active trader? Oh yeah, let's ask him next week.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any other shout out, David?
I have a quick reminder. I know there's like a hydrate homies thing to remind you to hydrate, but I just saw Arlemy's posture, and I'm getting a buffalo hump. I'm getting like a buffalo hump from working at home. And so just remember to have good posture. If you're just passively like watching streams or you're actively coding, it's all about ergonomics and keeping things, for the rest of your life healthy and limber. That's my shout out.
Well, we have a very good point from Shiva, who has to share the link to register for that Postman 101. Do we have it? We do have it.
Let's see if it's posted on Discourse.
It is. I'll send you the link in the private chat.
Just got it. There you go.
Okay.
Oops.
Yeah, very good point, because we advertise stuff and we don't even give the link. That's probably not a good thing. Cool. All right, you have the link now. Please join. I think Sean is going to be running the session. I'm not quite sure who's the other person running the session. And Claire. Yep. We'll be in the background. We'll be answering questions as well, but we won't be the faces of the session. But yeah, we'll see you anyway in some other stream, some other Postman event. Thank you all for joining. We hope you liked it. It was a bit different from usual because, so there was no API involved, but Postman was involved, which
web APIs or not real web APIs, yeah.
I mean, there were. I mean, obviously, we're coding that model. We didn't really go through it. Hey, Mini Jipo, thank you. Cool. With that said, see you all next time, and have a good day, evening, rest of your week. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.